Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boyz commentary. In this video we're again going to look at tactics, and yes, we're getting very close. In fact, we're getting extremely close to being able to show you my predicted, well not predicted, but what I would go with for our first game of the World Cup qualifiers, how I hope we plan to line up at home, away, and the role for Michael Hector. That is all coming. But first, let's have a look at another tactical masterpiece. And this edition of Tactical Boyz, we look back at a result that I personally feel that we should never, ever forget about in the history of the Reggae Boyz career. It's a result that we should never, ever forget. Why? We were ranked 55th in the world. We beat world number 3, Copa America champions Chile, in their own backyard, Viña del Mar at Estadio Sausalito. Let me just paint a picture here, alright? Jamaica played Chile May 2016. The match was on a Friday evening. Jamaica, the delegation of the Jamaican team left on Tuesday, arrived in Chile Wednesday morning, had their first training session Wednesday evening, had their second training session Thursday evening. But guess what? The session on Thursday was the first training session including all, well, most European-based players. Friday morning, Michael Hector arrived in camp, and guess what? He started this game. Alright, so let's look at things, shall we? So, where's the pen? Yeah, the pen is important, isn't it? So we can be able to map things out and all of those elements, because that is important. Okay, so there we go, yeah. We went with, you can see them, right? That's Barnes, that's Donaldson, right? So this is the formation that Jamaica went with in this game. So we had Ryan Thompson in goal, back four, Kemar Taxi Lawrence, Adrian Mariappa, Jermaine Taylor, and Javon Watson. Yes, Javon Watson at right back. We had Michael Hector holding, Deva Orgil to the right, Lee Williamson just in front of Hector. And on the other side we had Gareth McCleary. Up top, Giles Barnes and Clayton Donaldson. In a sense, you can say it's a 4-4-2. I like to look at it as a 4-1-3-2, basically because Hector was the deeper, was played much deeper than Williamson in this game, and he mopped up everything in the first 45 minutes that he played. So, what was key for this battle? What was key to get the result? It all started on the right hand side. Right? The right hand side. The communication between Watson and McCleary. I made this trip to South America. I know exactly what went on. I know exactly what went on in the team meeting. When Winfred Schaefer announced the starting 11, Hector said to McCleary, I am not staying back here. And what did that mean? That forced McCleary to push on forward and act aggressively on the Chilean players. As we'll get to know quite shortly, Alexis Sanchez left a lot of space and put a lot of pressure on Jean Beausejour. So, the first goal, McCleary came down on the right hand side after being persuaded by Haka, Javon Watson, whipped across towards the box, and this man right here, Clayton Donaldson, stuck his toe out, 1-0 Jamaica. Second half, we know some adjustments were made. Deva Orgil came off and Joel Grant came on. Michael Hector came off and Joby McAnuff came on. So what happened? Well, Joby McAnuff came to the left, Joel Grant came centrally. And Joel is a type of player that likes to bomb forward. So what happened? McCleary whipped the ball into the box, and Joel Grant headed the ball in. 2-0 Jamaica. Brilliant, isn't it? What about on the Chilean side? Why was it that they weren't at their potent best? Well, as we discussed, the Jamaicans neutralized them, but what actually went on? So, this is how Chile operated in this game. Right? This is how they lined up in a way. Right? So, 4-2-3-1. Silva and Aranguez slow, pedantic on the ball. The Jamaicans pressing these players, forced mistakes, and gave us more possession on the football, not only in the first half, but in the second as well. Alexis Sanchez started out on the left in this 4-2-3-1 shape, but he decided to come centrally. And by virtue of being able to come centrally, this created a huge gap. And it allowed McCleary to put pressure on Jean Beausejour, whip the crosses into the box, and we got the goals. And that's exactly what happened. Of course, Chile went on to pull one back later on, but it was just an absolute brilliant showing. Yes, Sanchez, when he came centrally, did prove to be a handful, but Ryan Thompson was there, able to mop up everything that came towards him. Free kicks, shots outside the box. Defensively, this was a well-executed game. And for me, post-98 qualification, this is one of the best matches that we've played. And when I say the best matches, I'm not talking in terms of strictly performance. I'm talking about the personnel, who we've defeated, the manner in which we did so. You would never think it was the Copa America champions that we played. But guess what? We did. And the hope is that more performances like this can be put on from a tactical perspective. We can close the gap, create spaces, and move on as time progresses. So, Reggae Boyz fans, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, the breakdown of this match in particular. Like I said, more videos to come on this, especially as it relates to how I think Jamaica should approach the World Cup qualifying campaign. Alright, Reggae Boyz fans, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.